Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Got your weekly Bud Light update right here for you. Two articles worth noting, I think. We'll start with this one from the New York Post. Bud Light distributors no longer expect sales to recover from the Mulvaney disaster. So that's what we expected, but for some reason it took them till now. They've been hopeful. And for me, I think it's actually they're realizing that when baseball season ends, they're gonna take a big hit. Lots of games played daily that they push the volume and they push the sales in those games. NFL will start, but they're not as regular as the MLB games. And many Anheuser-Busch distributors say they are resigned to their painful Bud Light losses and that they have given up on luring back disaffected customers following the fiasco, the Post has learned. So, really? Did they ever actually try to get anybody back? I mean, they're still yet to apologize. I kind of think they're like out with the old, to everybody that left, and they're just going to try to market to your kids and get them to drink Bud Light. After 4 months of hiring freezes and layoffs, with some beer trucks drivers getting heckled and harassed even as Bud Light sales have dropped by more than 25%, Anheuser-Busch wholesalers have accepted that they have lost a chunk of their customers for good and need to focus on a new crop of drinkers. Like I said, your kids. It rounds about to where we started and why we have the problem with this in the first place, is that they use Dylan to market alcohol, to market Bud Light to kids, frankly. Amongst other things, replacing women, and, we don't need to get into all that stuff. You guys know. Customers have made a choice, said an executive at a Texas-based beer distributor who did not want to be identified. They have left Bud Light, and that's how it's going to be. I don't envision a big percentage of them coming back. No, people have said they're done with Bud Light. They moved on. They found a better beer, and that's that. Sales of other Anheuser-Busch beers, including Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, and Busch Light, have been in decline since Bud Light's marketing tie-up as well. What's more, those lost customers have likely found that Bud Light's competitors, including Coors Light and Miller Lite, are a very similar product. Winning the beer wars comes down to whoever is best at marketing, the executive said. There is an increasing feeling that this decline rate could last for a while, and the distributors are worried about losing those drinkers to other similar brands. David Steinman, executive editor of Beer Marketers Insights, told the Post. The strategy of targeting younger, newer customers is the right one, Michael Stone, chairman of Beanstalk Group, a New York-based brand firm, told the Post, but Anheuser-Busch made a mistake executing on the strategy. I can agree with what he's saying about making a brand like a household recognizable name through like general marketing of like sponsorship and billboards, things that everyday life kind of type of thing, sporting events, parades, whatever. Making sure that your brand is a household recognizable name is the number one goal in marketing. But the way that they went about it definitely was a mistake executing on that strategy, like he said. One silver lining for beleaguered Anheuser-Busch distributors is the rise of Modelo Especial, the number 2 beer brand which Anheuser-Busch owns outside of the U.S., and I actually believe that they're on pace to literally dethrone Bud Light next month, which originally was projected by the end of the year. All right, now let's go ahead and move over to this Daily Mail. Miller Lite, Coors Light outsell Bud Light by 50% as distributor warns it may never recover from the backlash. The brewer of Miller Lite and Coors Light has reported a huge surge in sales as drinkers turn their backs on Bud Light after the debacle. Molson Coors has reported its best Quest revenue since the 2005 merger, which brought Miller and Coors under the same umbrella. The two beers' combined sales were 50% greater than Bud Light's for the April through June period. Molson Coors is one of several brands to benefit after sale of Bud Light, which is owned by Anheuser-Busch, tumbled by 30% following a backlash to its partnership. Modelo Especial overtook Bud Light as America's best-selling beer in May and June. Distributors of Bud Light are concerned the beer will never bounce back and are now looking to other beers to claw back lost customers. Retail sales are down under 30% on last year following a boycott. And then here's a little graph of the weekly sales numbers. Down 27, down 26.5 last week. Roth analyst Bill Kirk said, "We believe the market share shift away from Bud Light and towards Light and Coors Light will be sticky and likely very profitable. What do you say? You meant to say towards Miller Lite and Coors Light. Molson Coors said combined sales of Miller Lite and Coors Light were 50% higher than Bud Light in the first quarter. Bud Light beat both combined for the same period last year. Dang, that's crazy. That's an insane shift. One executive at a beer distributor in Texas told the New York Post that customers have left Bud Light and that's how it's going to be. I don't envision a big percentage of them coming back, the executive said, adding that Coors Light and Miller Lite are very similar and whoever is best at marketing will win the customers who've shunned Bud. Anheuser-Busch is set to lay off hundreds of employees in the wake of the brand's disastrous partnership. The company announced its decision to lay off about 2% of its U.S. workforce in a statement released by CEO Brendan Whitworth last week, who should have been fired by now, by the way. Why is this guy still the CEO? I don't understand who's happy with their these numbers. Like, this is insane. There are about 19,000 people employed by the company in the U.S., meaning approximately 380 staff are set to lose their jobs. And that really sucks. Like I said in my videos earlier this year, that hopefully these folks can see the writing on the wall and that they're looking for other jobs. And, those that were smart enough to do that probably did. But hopefully these 380 staff at least had something in their back pocket that they can just jump right into. I don't like seeing that Americans are losing their jobs, regardless of who they work for. I don't like Americans losing their jobs, just the way it is, right? I don't like when anybody loses their jobs, frankly, I don't care where you're from. Today, we took the very difficult but necessary decision to eliminate a number of positions across our corporate organization, Whitworth said. While we never take these decisions lightly, we want to ensure that our organization continues to be set for the future long-term success, he added. Yeah, right, dude. You're looking at a permanent 25% decrease in sales, and it's actually higher than that. You're just insane. You've lost your marbles, man. There's no way he believes this. He's lying. He's trying to save his job, and for some reason, there's people that believe him. I don't understand. Maybe it's because he's actually an ex-CIA guy and he's really not ex, right? Maybe that's what it is. And he's been placed there and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I don't know. Allegedly, supposedly, not supposedly, but allegedly, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, something's fishy over there. Super weird that this guy still has his job and those other two people are still, like, voluntarily on leave or whatever it is. Like, they've done nothing. These corporate structure changes will enable our teams to focus on what we do best, brewing great beer for everyone. That's been his corporate line since day one, too. They want to focus on brewing great beer and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You're lying. We know that you're lying because look at what you did. Look at what you allowed. And now look at how you respond to that. You're not apologizing. You're not acting like you did anything wrong. And you're treating everybody like they're stupid. And the problem is you've only lost 25% of your sales and not more than that, because it should be all of it. It should be people with principles are saying, no, we can't do that anymore. There's plenty of other beers and we don't like Bud Light anymore. It should be more than that. If you agree, guys, share this video, hit that like button, subscribe, because, man, this is just ridiculous. We need these videos. We need this message to spread far and wide to everybody so that they quit buying Anheuser-Busch products. This guy needs to be fired. All these people need to be overhauled. You know what I mean? Because this is nonsense that it's continued this long, right? Like, I'm tired of them treating us like we're stupid. Big tech, big corporations, they just think that the people that buy their products are dumb. Workers who are laid off will receive severance pay, paid out of their unused vacation time, receive 6 months of continued company-paid health insurance benefits, and help finding a new job, according to an email sent to employees Wednesday. The restructuring will simplify and reduce layers within its organization, a spokesperson said. Well, these people should be outraged. Once again, why do these folks at the top that made all these decisions still keep their jobs while these folks get to lose theirs? But the layoffs will not affect frontline workers, such as brewery and warehouse staff, drivers, and field sales reps, among others. Anheuser-Busch's market value has tanked more than $27 billion in market value, and 2 of its top executives have been put on leave over the debacle. Yeah, they're still being paid. It's voluntary leave, according to the company, and they all still have their jobs, to the tune of losing $27 billion of market value for their shareholders. How are these people, once again I'll ask, how are these people still working there? This company is trash. People need to stop drinking all Anheuser-Busch products completely. We need to shut these people down. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. We're closing in on 500 subs, so I appreciate it if you enjoyed this video to maybe consider subscribing to the channel. If you didn't, hit the like button and at least help me get seen by others that might like the channel. And other than that, I will just check on out and see you guys next time.